back and forth. The tops of all these trees are bouncing off the ground left to right to left again. For me, it was the best 10th birthday party I ever had. But for these folks out here in places, there was no more streets, homes, or even trees. Now, what few trees were growing out here, they seem to be growing out of the ground horizontally, not vertically. This earthquake park area, why, it looked like something off the face of the moon. The name, right here, Earthquake Park, it does invoke our imagination. But we cannot show you what it looked like out here 50 years ago. You see the trees have all grown up. As we look right down here, you might be able to see the many bumps or ridges right down here up the trail. These are actually frozen shock waves in time. See them down there? Our epicenter was in Valdez, which is about 200 air miles behind us. And even 8 people in Oregon and 8 in California, they wanted to see what a tsunami was. And they were also wiped out by this huge tidal wave we worried about here in Anchorage but never received. Fortunately, we were at low tide, yet it still surged up the high tide mark, over 30 feet. Now the Bay of Valdez completely emptied of water. And as this huge tsunami came roaring back in, it was 153 feet tall. Our aftershocks were 7.8 on the Richter scale for nearly 2 minutes. And the noise was incredibly loud. It sounded like a freight train coming right through your front room window for 5 long minutes. For me, it was a great birthday party. Nowadays, I'd love to bring you out here to possibly see one of the 8 moose that live out here year-round. Now look carefully, because this is a moose gate right here. And it's hard to see the moose in these black spruce forests. Now these are unusual trees growing in a very acidic soil. Well, they're there on both sides of the fence. If you take this species of tree to Sitka, it will grow up to 200 foot tall, become our state tree, the Sitka spruce. Now the only time you do not want to see a 7 foot tall, 2,000 pound moose is right between your 2 front headlights. Just before you hit one, the last 2 words you usually say is, "Oh dear." Why, these are the largest of our deer family. I am bringing you back out here to the Anchorage International Airport. Now we are very efficient in removing the snow off our streets and runways. We like to truck the snow in the parking lots all throughout our city. Like this parking lot right here of snow, with a little gravel on top we use in the winter for traction. Now this particular parking lot of snow probably will not finish melting until, well, last year it was July 4th. In front of us is Lake Hood. It is the busiest floatplain lake on Earth. This area